Hey everyone, it's me Tahir and welcome to this new episode. So big announcement made by Sony today. They have announced the new Sony A1 or Alpha 1. Without wasting any further time, let's dig into the announcement and the specs. Few hours back, Sony announced the world's first 50 megapixel with 30 frames per shooting camera, the Alpha 1 or A1. Let's get into the specs first. The new Sony A1 has 50 megapixel XMOR RS Tech CMOS sensor with the all new faster BIONZ XR processor with 15 stops of dynamic range. Using the electronic shutter, it will shoot up to 30 frames per second with autofocus and auto exposure as well. During the burst mode, there is no blackout, which is similar like Alpha 9 cameras. Sony have updated the EVF in this camera. The electronic viewfinder has 9.44 million dot OLED quad XGA screen, which will be the world's first EVF to give you 240 frames per second refresh rate. It also gives you the anti-flicker shooting experience with both mechanical and electronic shutter. With mechanical shutter, you will be able to shoot up to 10 frames per second. The ISO range is from 50 to 102,400. Sony is claiming it will perform well under low light, but we'll see the performance when the camera gets out into my hand. It is equipped with 5-axis in-body image stabilization, which will give you a steady shot while hand holding for videos. This camera is equipped with real-time continuous autofocus, eye autofocus and continuous animal eye autofocus. Using the pixel shift feature, you can combine up to 16 shots into one almost 200 megapixel image. It has dual card slot with one CFexpress Type A and second one is compatible with UHS-II SDXC cards. It has Ethernet port, built-in Wi-Fi, Type A HDMI for 16-bit recording and super speed USB-C for data transfer. On the video side, it can record in 8K 30 FPS in 10-bit 420 along with 4K 120 FPS in 10-bit with 15 stops of dynamic range. The real-time eye autofocus is also available in both 8K and 4K shooting. They have added S-Cinetone color metrics, which is found on their FX9 and FX6 camera for great cinematic look. 10-bit SLOG 3 will deliver 15 stops of dynamic range and hybrid log gamma will support BT 2020. Sony has announced that it is using the same heat dissipating structure as A7S III, which will allow the camera to shoot in 8K 30 frames per second for up to 30 minutes without overheating. By looking at these specs, Sony has built a monstrous camera, which is in direct competition with Canon's R5. In my mind, there are few questions or concerns going on, which we will know when the camera comes out and we'll test it out in the field. The first question is like, will it overheat as Canon R5? Yes, Sony is claiming that it won't and they are using the same heat dissipating system as A7S III, but we will see when it comes out on the field and gets tested. The second question is with 50 megapixel sensor, how well it is going to perform under low light. Yes, the ISO range is great, but with higher megapixel sensor you tend to get noise as well. I guess I'll get the answers to these questions when this camera comes out in the market and I'll test it out. Let me know what do you think about this camera. So that's it for today. I hope this video was informative for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is me Tahir signing out. Until next time, see ya.